Honestly, it's sharing the joy. That's what I love about it. This weekend I have received so much generosity and so much passion for the work that I've done and the ideas that we've shared, and believe me, I feel the love. So thank you. I think actually the most surprising thing is that I've been allowed to explore his depth and his range for this long. I really thought, like, I got cast in Thor. I was delighted. Kevin Feige says, you're also in Avengers. I was delighted. Thor: The Dark World, fantastic. I never expected to play the character for this long and to mine and excavate so much of his complexity and so many of the keys on the piano, as I like to say. And I think it's because of you guys. Yes, the most exciting thing, I remember when I was, I cast my mind back to a couple of years ago now, almost exactly, and I was in Los Angeles with a great team who make Loki. Kevin Wright, our producer, Kasra Farahani, our production designer, Eric Martin, the head writer, and some other brilliant producers and writers who are part of the writer's room. And we had a board, and at the top of the board, we had a big sign that just said "Glorious Purpose?" ? Beautiful. Because I kept insisting, I think, episode 1 of season 1, Loki discovers that the glorious purpose that he felt was a part of his mission and a part of the center of his capacity to derive meaning from his life was fraudulent, a lost cause with no foundation. It leads to nothing. It leads to the suffering of his friends and his own death. And Mobius gives him this second chance, and this journey through the TVA and trying to understand himself, meeting Sylvie, going on a journey with her, meeting the other Loki variants, and then finally getting to the Citadel at the end of time and thinking, how do I reinvigorate, redefine, rediscover this sense of purpose? How could I derive meaning from my life? And it's such a great engine for a character, just driving forward and making sure he doesn't waste it again. But then it also became a great question for every character. What's glorious purpose for Mobius? What's glorious purpose for Sylvie? How does she find purpose after she's done what she came to do and execute He Who Remains? What's glorious purpose for B-15, who finds out she had a life on the timeline? What's glorious purpose for the TVA? Suddenly all these people at the TVA, they think they've been working for this institution that claims to govern the order of time, and actually they find out that there is more moral ambiguity in their actions. And can this broken institution be repurposed for something better? Which is a debate we have in the world all the time. Can broken institutions be reorganized without being swept away? At the very end of episode 6 of season 2, Justin Aaron turned to me and we were doing Loki walking up the steps and with the timelines in his hands and moving towards sitting in the chair and what that would mean. And very complex day in terms of filming. The camera was on a techno crane and it was kind of moving around the stairs. And Justin and Aaron turned to me and said, I think we're going to be in here, which is the size of the shot. We're going to be really close on your face in about 30 minutes. How can we help you with where you need to be there, then. And I said, I don't know, it just makes me think of like the 15 years I played this character. And Aaron said, why don't you go away? Like, cause the energy of the set was very practical. So just go and take a minute, and why don't you watch some of the scenes from the last 15 years? And, which was a brilliant note. It was so clever, because it made me think of, for me personally, me, Tom, it made me reflect on the friendships that I had made in this journey, the people I've met, the laughter we shared, the lessons I've learned personally. And by the time I came back in to shoot the scene, I was carrying all of those memories with me. And it felt very fresh and very resonant, and it all came from Justin and Aaron's suggestion to do that. And so that last shot is me thinking of all the people that I've shared this journey with, which is who he's talking about in the end when he says, for you, for all of us.
Better hair. Thor or Loki?
Thor's hair is pretty great.
It's like you know your brothers.
Exactly.
Bigger nemesis, Hulk or Thanos?
Thanos. Nightmare.
Weapon, scepter or daggers?
Daggers.
Cool is it to get like move? Like you've got like a video game.
I know, and I had a quick story about that. I may have told this before, but we were on the set of Ragnarok in Australia, and it was a shot with myself and Idris Elba, and we both had a set amount of choreography to finish. Because there was the big fight on the bridge against Hela and her army. And I had somehow finished mine earlier than Idris, and I realized I didn't want to stand there looking like a lemon. So I thought I'd better just keep going, and I flipped my daggers. I just did it there and then, and then it became this thing.
It was in your body, and Idris is so cool. I gotta do it.
Yeah. And then Idris said to me, I said, what on earth was that? Trying to upstage me?
All right, this is hard. You can only save one, Mobius or Sylvie.
Impossible.
And I heard a split. I heard split decision. Perfect answer.
Yeah, it's a split vote.
I'm team everyone.
Yeah, I couldn't possibly. I agree. Exactly right.
I love how much we love these characters. It went from all that to just Loki. And final question: King of Asgard or King of all time?
King of all time.
For all time.